Hi, my name is Sharia, and you're listening to a brand new episode of the Aviation Files, the best podcast for all aviation enthusiasts. Today's episode entails an exciting competition between the two jumbos of the sky, the 747 and the A380. It just so happens that some of the most notable news this week is about the A380 and the 747, so I figured we should make this week the week of the jumbos. And today, we have some exciting and very interesting news, so without further ado, let's begin. On November 28th, a Lufthansa flight from Munich to Bangkok faced an unexpected diversion to Delhi due to a heated altercation between a couple on board. Passengers anticipating a holiday in Thailand experienced an unpleasant turn of events as the Airbus A380 had to land at New Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport (DEL) around 10:26. The incident involved a 53-year-old man who reportedly was shouting at his wife, leading to an escalation when he attempted to burn her blanket with a lighter. Concerned for the safety of everyone on board, the cabin crew intervened, and the severity of the situation prompted the pilots to request permission from Delhi Air Traffic Control for an emergency landing. According to a report from the Indian Express, the woman sought help from the cabin crew, claiming that her husband was threatening her. The crew reported that the man, believed to be inebriated, not only shouted at his wife but also threw food and attempted to set a blanket on fire. Faced with an uncooperative passenger, the pilots deemed it necessary to land the plane in Delhi. Upon landing, the couple was promptly deplaned and handed over to immigration officials and the Central Industrial Security Force officers in Delhi. Notably, the wife was reportedly traveling on a different passenger name record, PNR, and expressed a desire to continue her journey to Bangkok, but her request was denied. The fate of the husband was under consideration, with conflicting reports suggesting options ranging from involving Delhi police to arranging for his return to Germany. The couple's disruptive behavior had repercussions not only for their travel plans but also for the other passengers on the flight, causing an unscheduled stop and inconvenience. Despite the disruption, the Lufthansa flight eventually resumed its route to Bangkok. The daily scheduled nonstop service between Munich and Frankfurt, operated by an A380, typically takes around 10 hours to complete. According to Flight Radar 24, the aircraft departed Delhi at 12:26 and landed in Bangkok 4 hours and 45 minutes later. Instances of passengers misbehaving on flights have become increasingly common, leading to airlines and aviation organizations to address the issue. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, and the International Air Transport Association, IATA, are actively collaborating to develop industry-wide solutions to curb unruly passenger behavior, acknowledging the need for comprehensive measures to ensure the safety and comfort of air travel for all passengers. Now, let's take a look at the complete opposite. An Indian couple recently got married on board a 747. In a spectacular celebration of love and aviation, an Indian couple, Vidhi Popli and Hridesh Sainani, recently tied the knot inside the expansive confines of a Boeing 747-400. This airborne wedding extravaganza unfolded between the skies of Dubai and Oman, marking a truly distinctive matrimonial experience. The roots of this high-flying matrimonial celebration trace back to a unique family tradition. The bride's father, Dilip Popli, shared that his own wedding took place on a 1994 Air India flight, adding an extra layer of significance to this airborne union. The Popli family, renowned for their jewelry stores in the United Arab Emirates and India, has now created a sequel to their original Hawaii Bandhan, or Wedding in the Air, on an Air India Airbus A310. Dilip Popli reminisced about the inception of this unconventional tradition, revealing that the idea originated as a lighter note from his father. In 1994, the family approached the chairman of Air India, turning the dream of an airborne wedding into reality. Now, with Vidhi and Hridesh's union, the family has elevated this dream to new heights, quite literally. The recent Boeing 747 wedding flight was a luxurious affair from start to finish. The groom's grand entrance involved arriving at the JetX's private Dubai terminal in a Ferrari luxury sports car. Then the Boeing 747-400, operated by JetX, was not just any plane. It sported a striking tiger painted on its nose, setting the stage for opulence that waited inside. Upon entering, the transformed aircraft, guests found themselves in a wedding venue like no other. Projectors were strategically placed to ensure all 350 passengers could witness and partake in the wedding proceedings. The interior was adorned with fancy decorations, and seats were removed to create ample space for performance of traditional marriage rituals. The celebration during the flight to Oman was nothing short of extraordinary, featuring lively dancing, high-quality dining, and an overall festive atmosphere. The fusion of a traditional wedding and the unconventional setting of a Boeing 747 created a truly memorable experience for all involved. This unique celebration also serves as a testament to the ongoing allure of aviation for special occasions. While the Airbus A380, being the only passenger aircraft larger than the Boeing 747-400, has seen its share of aviation-themed events, including engagement proposals and jestful attempts to turn it into a venue, the Boeing 747 continues to capture imaginations, while the A380 has never witnessed such an event. As the aviation world evolves, with the Airbus A380 anticipated to fly well into the 2030s, celebrations like the Pople wedding highlight the timeless appeal of transforming aircraft into unconventional and enchanting venues for life's most significant moments. However, it is important to note that the Airbus A380 has not seen any weddings on board, unlike the 747. I would definitely say that the 747 wins this round, as the Airbus A380 had a couple fight on board, whereas the 747 had the union of a couple on board. Now, let's move on to another 747 story, this time a rather sad one, as Cathay Pacific eyes twin-jet freighters to replace their 747-400Fs. The Dubai Air Show witnessed a flurry of excitement, with multiple airlines placing new aircraft orders. Amidst this aviation buzz, the anticipation of additional orders continued as various airlines eye coveted spots on the ever-expanding production list of aircraft original equipment manufacturers, OEMs such as Airbus, Boeing, and Embraer. Speculation is rife regarding this potential orders for Boeing's 777-8Fs and Airbus's A350F freighter aircraft, especially as airlines contemplate the prospect of replacing aging Boeing 747 cargo jets with more efficient new-generation twin-engine models. In recent reports, Cathay Pacific Airways, often referred to as Cathay, has emerged as a key player, expressing a preference for the Airbus A350F. The airline is reportedly considering placing an order for approximately 6 of these freighters, which are yet to enter service. Cathay currently operates a fleet of 20 cargo aircraft, including 14 Boeing 747-8Fs and 6 747-400 ERFs, with average ages of 6 and 14 years respectively. This potential order is viewed as a strategic move to replace older quadjet aircraft, aligning with Cathay's sustainability goals for the year 2050. The news is particularly promising for Airbus, which is seeking to secure orders for its A350F, set to enter commercial service in 2025. Notably, Cathay had previously shown interest in ordering the Boeing's 777-8F, but postponed the decision for several months, creating an opportunity for Airbus to re-enter the competition. According to a source within Cathay, the airline is keeping its options open. And I quote, "We will continue to evaluate what potential new generation freighters may provide additional capacity and generate value for our customers and shareholders, and we remain open to all possibilities," end quote. Decisions of this nature are intricately tied to an airline's existing fleet composition, considering factors such as the types of the passenger aircrafts in operation. In Cathay's case, it operates both the Airbus and Boeing aircraft, including 18 A350-1000s, 29 A350-900s, 17 777-300s, and 39 777-300ERs. Additionally, Cathay has 51 Airbus A330-300s and an order for 21 Boeing 777-9s, providing a comprehensive experience with both aircraft manufacturers for making informed decisions about new cargo aircraft acquisitions. As one of the world's top 5 freight airlines, Cathay Pacific holds a commanding position, attracting interest from both Airbus and Boeing vying for the order. The competitive landscape suggests that both OEMs are likely to make compelling offers, not just to secure sales of their new aircraft, but also for the prestige associated with Cathay Pacific's operation. The current comparison centers around the Airbus A350F and the freighter version of the all-new Boeing 777. With no specified timeline for the order announcement, we are waiting to see more decisions. Industry sources suggest that the initial purchase might involve around half a dozen aircraft, valued at approximately $2 billion at list prices before accounting for customary airline discounts. In August, Cathay hinted at its interest in freighters and ongoing evaluations of various opportunities. Despite a softening in cargo demand, the airline maintains that it remains significantly higher than pre-pandemic levels, as indicated by data from the International Air Transport Association, IATA, positioning Cathay as the 5th largest air freight carrier globally and the 3rd largest traditional freight airline after excluding specialist parcel carriers FedEx and UPS. Next, let's check out a new A380 route, or rather, a returning one, for Etihad Airways. Abu Dhabi's flagship carrier, Etihad Airways, has unveiled plans to reintroduce Airbus A380 operations on one of its key routes between Abu Dhabi International Airport, AUH, and New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport, JFK. Commencing from April 22, 2024, this strategic move comes as a part of the airline's efforts to address heightened demand during the busy summer travel season. The airline is set to replace its current Boeing 787-8 Dreamliners with the A380 on one of its 2 daily services to New York, resulting in a substantial increase of almost 1,500 weekly seats. The decision follows the earlier resumption of A380 service to London Heathrow Airport, LHR, in July, marking a shift from Etihad's initially cautious stance on the future of the quadjet, particularly amid decreased demand during the global pandemic. Before the COVID-19 crisis, Etihad had regularly operated A380 flights on high-demand routes, such as Sydney's Kingsford Smith Airport, SYD, Melbourne Airport, MEL, Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport, CDG, and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, BOM, in Mumbai. However, as travel demand plummeted, the A380 was temporarily sidelined in favor of the airline's more versatile wide-body fleet consisting of the A350, 787, and 777. CEO Antonio Neves had expressed skepticism about the future of at least 6 A380 aircraft earlier this month, citing lower demand. Nevertheless, the decision to resume A380 services to New York signals a change in strategy for Etihad. In addition to enhancing its New York route, Etihad is poised to expand its presence in North America by adding 4 weekly flights from Boston Logan International Airport, BOS, from March. This move complements the airline's existing routes to Chicago O'Hare International Airport, ORD, Washington Dulles International Airport, IAD, and Toronto Pearson International Airport, YYZ. Highlighting the potential appeal to premium passengers, CEO Neves emphasized the A380's luxurious first-class product, the Residence, which offers a unique and opulent experience, including a shower in the sky, gourmet cuisine, and high tea. With an eye on ambitious growth plans, Neves stated, and I quote, "Putting the A380 on the popular New York route makes sense as we satisfy customer demand for more capacity, further growing our expanding network," end quote. The A380, with its 486 seats across 4 classes, is well positioned to cater to the evolving travel landscape as tourism between Asia and Europe shows signs of rebounding. In recent months, Etihad has demonstrated its commitment to meeting this increased demand by launching 3 new long-haul routes with its 787 Dreamliner aircraft, connecting Dusseldorf Airport, DUS, Copenhagen Airport, CPH, Osaka's Kansai International Airport, KIX, and Pulkovo Airport, LED, in St. Petersburg. These routes operate between 3 and 5 times per week, underscoring Etihad's proactive approach to adapting to changing market conditions and strengthening its global presence. For that round, I would definitely say the A380 wins, as it shows its ability to stay in the game as the 747s are getting phased out. The score is now 1-1. Finally, let's take a look at how the 747 and the A380 compare overall. When the Airbus A380 was introduced, there was a speculation that it would bring about the end of the Boeing 747 era. The subsequent discontinuation of both the Airbus A380 and the final Boeing 747 variant, the 747-8, indicates the imminent conclusion of an era for large quad jets. The comparison between the 2 iconic aircraft at their peak involves evaluating their official specifications, imagining the perspective of an airline seeking a large capacity aircraft for both passenger and cargo, and considering factors like flexibility, cost-effective operations, passenger comfort, and engine noise. In terms of passenger capacity, the A380 outperforms the 747, accommodating 250 more passengers in a full economy configuration. The A380, designed decades after the 747, prioritizes metrics that focus on handling high passenger numbers, making it suitable for carriers looking to break even despite high operating costs. While both aircraft epitomized flying with style in their respective generations, the A380's additional cabin space allowed for amenities like bars, showers, lounges, and private suites. The 747 had creative marketing for its top deck, such as Delta Airlines' world's first flying penthouse apartment in the 1970s. but the Airbus A380 spacious interiors made it a preferred choice for luxurious first-class offerings. Examining cargo capacities, the 747-8 surpasses the A380, particularly in terms of cargo volume and operating economics. 747-8F has found popularity among major players in global shipping operations. Analyzing range and fuel capacity, the A380 leads with superior range and fuel capacity. However, Boeing claims that the Boeing 747-8 is more cost-effective per seat per mile, while Airbus contends that the Airbus A380 is the most efficient jet per passenger if all seats are filled. Reviewing market reactions, the Boeing 747 received significantly more orders throughout its history than the A380. Despite being more expensive to buy, the 747 has seen more success in the second-hand market compared to the struggling A380. Both aircraft have faced retirement due to changes in aviation preferences. The A380, designed for a time when airlines pursued larger and more luxurious options, now struggles with weak economies of scale, and it is being phased out by carriers in favor of more cost-effective solutions. In contrast, the 747, with its smaller capacity, has found diverse roles beyond passenger airlines, including freighter conversions, testbeds for innovative technologies, and serving as Air Force One for the U.S. President. As the aviation industry adapts to evolving demands and challenges, the Boeing 747's legacy endures, demonstrating adaptability and versatility, while the Airbus A380 faces a decline in prevalence. Despite their inevitable retirement, both aircraft have played significant roles in shaping the air travel experience for millions of passengers. The comparison between these two wide-bodies ultimately depends on individual airline needs, with the A380 being crucial for carriers like Emirates, and the 747 retaining historical importance for legacy carriers in the US. So, which legendary jumbo quad jet do you think wins this epic battle? Comment your winner on my Instagram at The Aviation Files. That's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and do make sure to support my podcast however you can. Until next time.